When I was a teenager, I would read Psalm 139, and there was a part of the passage that I could really relate to, mostly because throughout high school, I was fairly rebellious and really kind of resisted the Christian family's values that I grew up in. And so that part of Psalm 139 is in verse 7 and 8. It says, "Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, or the depths, you are there." So, coming out of verse 5, where the psalmist or David talks about being hemmed in, I actually really understood this because I was like, yeah, where can I go from you? I just need like time away from you. I don't need you to be at everything and every thought that I have that you can read that. I'm cool not to have you be that close. Until in the midst of my rebellion, I hit rock bottom. And at that point, there was a phrase that kept coming back to me, and it said, "You made your bed, now lay in it." I had made a string of bad decisions. And so I just felt the conviction of that. You made your bed, now lay in it. And when I went back to Psalm 139 and read that passage in verse 8 that said, "If I go to the heavens, you're there. But if I make my bed in the deepest, darkest depths of the shadowy places," which is the translation of Sheol, "if I make my bed there and nobody makes it for me, not circumstance, not the world, but through a string of my own bad decisions, I made my bed there." All of a sudden, this idea that even there, God is there just exploded in my heart. And I realized, wow, that's why the psalmist, not, not that the psalmist was wanting to get away from God, but he was rejoicing that God was everywhere and that his deep love and his deep care could reach him even in the deepest, darkest, worst kind of bed that he made for himself. Man, that just made me come alive again and made me really understand that it is God's kindness that leads us to repentance. When I understood that, I understood the fact that God's love for me was utterly realistic and based at every point in complete knowledge of me, and that there was nothing that could separate me from his love. I hope that that truth also comes alive in you. And if you've made a bed out of your own decisions that you don't want to lay in, friend, go to Jesus. He's there for you.